Greetings, greetings, greetings. I speak to you now from inside my prayer closet. There's something that I've been wanting to share with you for a few weeks now. And I just, particularly, I just can't give up on our people, just like I can't give up on myself. And that's the reason why I share some of the things that I learned with you, because I always think that there's somebody out there who's going through something and they run out of answers to their questions, and they're just searching, just like I've always been on a search to find answers to those voided spaces inside of me, right? So one of my favorite elders to listen to is Malidoma Patrice Some. This is what heals me, listening to the elders. So I wanted to share this piece with you that I found on YouTube, and I hope that you find it enriching.
It is important that this moment of awareness includes a thought on our ancestors, particularly on the subject of how important it is and the benefit we do get by including them in our life, in our consciousness, and our pursuits of greater clarity and a sense of direction in this life. The culture I come from cannot survive and has never thought of surviving without the ancestors, which is part of the reason why the subject has become, for me, one of the pillars of the topics that I've been contributing in the West for consciousness awareness, because I've noticed that indeed in a culture like mine where relationship with ancestor is as commonplace as anything else, the contrast with this culture was extremely so wide that I could not imagine sharing the spirituality of my people and even contributing to people's sense of direction without a heavy reliance on the necessity for people to find ways to reach out to their ancestors, to let themselves be known by their ancestors, and to engage them as contributors, supporters, and guides in their everyday life. Dagara culture sees the ancestors as the one who are constantly looking up to us, partly because we come into this dimension from the very dimension they're currently in. And it is that same place, the spirit world, that we're going to return to meet with them.
Did you hear that? Did you even understand what he's saying? He's saying that our ancestors are in that realm that we will return to. So Malidoma Patrice Some also talked about the attraction that children, like babies, have with grandparents, where that child is attracted to that grandparent because that child came from the realm that that elder is going to return to, and that elder is attracted to that baby because it can see that realm. It's like a spiritual connection. Of course, a spiritual connection. Anyway, let's continue on this, listening to our elder, because let's continue listening.
The reason for the interest in us and the expectation of us reciprocating that interest has to do with the fact that they are the one that facilitated our coming into this world. They are the one who heard our intention to come to this planet
Wanted to be here.
because they were at that position, at that level of support that could make it possible for us to fulfill the mission associated with our desire to be in this planet. The Daguerre people have it that before we came into this world, we were in the land of the ancestors. Our attention was constantly directed toward what was going on here, was a mind to see to it, or at least to wish we could see to it, that those we care for can actually walk a path that is full of light, that is dignifying, that is elegant, because it is fulfilling the purpose associated with being in this planet. Notice here that I mentioned this without further explanation, but Daguerre people say that no one come into this world for no reason, that we come here carrying a gift and a purpose, and our purpose is indeed to deliver the gift that we brought with us, which is why our hearts and our soul are constantly longing to be of service at whatever level, to be of such a service that we can verify that thanks to us, we have made the world around us better.
Do you hear our elder? We all have a gift. So some of us feel like our lives are not worthy of living. You know, some people feel like this world that we live in, you know, this life that they've been given is just like someone gave them an amusement park ticket and said, go ride, go have a good time. No, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. And it's important that you find out what it is that you've come to deliver, what message you've come to impart. What is it that you have to do that will make the world a better place? What is the message that you've come to deliver? Because as far as our elders say, the Daguerre believe that you asked to be here. You asked in the land of our ancestors, you asked to come here to be of service. And they were in a position of authority from where the level they were on, to make it happen. So I find that quite interesting, because sometimes I'm like, why am I here? Like, whose mission am I on?
And so this intention alone signals the presence behind it of purpose, and even the presence of a gift, a kind of know-how that could allow the way we walk in this world to look like we are contributing as engineers to the beautification of this planet. And so this is something that could eventually lead to a lot of confusion if we turn out to not be clear about what that gift is and what even is our purpose on this planet. The confusion signals the need to connect with the source that granted us the permission to come into this world in such a way that there be an assistance allowing us to come into greater clarity about that gift so that we can fulfill our purpose. And so ancestors are constantly on a standby, not only to listen to us, but also they are on a standby to intervene in our lives for the better, because from where they are, they have the capacity to contribute substantially to a relatively smooth progress or journey in this planet, but they need our collaboration. They need our authority to translate into a request, a demand,
Wow.
or some kind of reach out to them so that they can therefore engage us. And so this is why I have looked in this culture for all these areas where people were feeling isolated and supported, failures being registered in their lives, trying to do this and trying to do that, but finding out that somehow obstacles, adversities of one type or another keep either slowing them down or making it totally impossible for them to move forward. And all I could think in those moments was, why not reach out to the ancestor? Why not tell the ancestor exactly as you feel, as you think, so that they can feel encouraged or given the permission, authorized to intervene in order to give us the clarity we need for this, for the path we must travel on.
Why not? Why not? Why can't you also incorporate communing with your ancestors that you do know instead of just talking to them and being comfortable talking with them only when you go to the gravesite because that's what everybody else does. And no one has given you full permission to talk to them outside of when you go to the grave and you put some flowers on the grave. But although this is new to me and this is something that hasn't been in my family, I find it very comforting. I have found answers and healing to some things that have happened in my family that I didn't come to grips with, I wasn't at peace with. Communicate with them and don't be ashamed. Don't let nobody make you ashamed. Keep your communication private and to yourself. You don't even have to let anybody know that you're communicating with your ancestors. And, personally, they could think whatever they want to. Most of them need to be communicating with their ancestors as well, because as I can see, they're very troubled. Our people are going